YouTube, Mr. Floodgates here, and coming up next week I'm going to be participating in my shop's first ever winner box event. Now, there are a few things I'm considering for this event, but there's one particularly evil brew I'm thinking about playing because I want to try to win, and that is Runic Stun. Yes, I know this deck is not fun to play against, but it's very powerful, so I thought I'd showcase it here today just to give you an idea of what I'm thinking about. So for those who don't know, this deck wins by using the Runic cards' second effects to mill out the opponent, basically. Which we're trying to stall out the game for as long as we can and hopefully deck our opponent out. Let's get into it. Starting off with our Runic cards, we have 2 Fountain. Honestly, this is the one deck that the Fountain hit does kind of affect, because you ideally want 3 of this. But I think 2 is still decent enough. Next up for our Runics, we have 1 Golden Droplet, which might be the best in this variant, because it mills for 4 and makes them draw 1. So it's 5 cards, it's more 5 cards deep in to get to the end game. Next up we have the usual ones, 3 Curse, 3 Freezing Curse to mill 3 and negate effects. 3 Slumber, which we're actually using on our opponent's monsters more than our own, unlike in other decks I've played, because it can prevent them from attacking, so it gives us more time to get the milling going. For our next big miller, it's 3 Destructions. Now this is a good card because it mills for 4, but also it's not guaranteed they're going to have back row we can hit. So it's a bit of a hit or miss card, but you can't back up on milling 4 cards in Runic Stun. Next we've got the best card in the deck, which is 3 Tips. You can only mill 1, so that's kind of bad, but for things such as any Runic card, for whatever situation we're in, is really good. Usually we're getting the Fountain if we don't have it, because we really need that in rotation as fast as possible to keep our engine going when we mill them out. But if we have the Fountain online, we can get whatever piece we need in the situation. They've got a good field spell, we get Destruction. They got a monster that's going to kill us, we get Flashing Fire. This card just pretty much answers on a stick. And speaking of which, next we have 3 Flashing Fires. This is the second best one in the deck because it pops any monster. It only mills for 2, which isn't that great in this deck, but oftentimes our main goal is to not die while our opponent mills out. And finally, 1 Smithing Storm, because this can mill for this card isn't that good if you're behind. It can mill a ton of cards if the opponent's already set up. For our next, we have 1 Terraforming to get the Fountain. I was originally playing a Metaverse as well, but we didn't have much space for it, so I cut it. Next up, we have the way we're keeping up opponents from killing us. 3 Vanity's Fiend and 2 Majesty's Fiend. Now, obviously, what we're doing here, we're summoning one of our Runic cards from the extra deck, and then choosing it from one of these. This is a Skill Trade on Legs. This is a special summon lock. So if we go first and put one of these down, it's very difficult for our opponent to even play the game, and pretty much guaranteed to get a few mills in. For our card draw, we have 1 day apiece, 1 card of Demise, 3 pots. Now, duality can be a bit conflicting because it means we can't go into our Runic fusions, but we can also get whatever we're missing from the deck with this. Like, we can try digging for Fountain with this. We can try digging for Floodgate if necessary. We can try digging for some removal. So I don't think it's worth playing. Card of Demise, obviously it's just a +2 because you're going to be emptying your hand before you play this usually. And 1 for 1 and 1 day a piece rather. It lets us dig deeper and it notifies the opponent's battle phase, giving us more chance to mill them out. Plus it makes them draw 1 as well, so again it puts them closer to defeat. Next up we have one of my spicy techs. Now I've only got 1 copy of this so far, I'm getting 2 more from local soon. So we have Swords, we have Spiritual Swords of Revealing Light. So you're basically asking, why am I playing this or Messenger Piece? Well, Messenger Piece is definitely the better card, but I like this because if we do get harpied, which I'm very paranoid about right now after having 3 times I was playing Sky Strikers, then this can still blank and a direct attack. So yeah, this is not the best stall card, but I think given how many times I get harpied, it's the better option for me. And in terms of our Floodgates, triple Teakboo and 2 Revelry of Warlords. Again, I haven't got the third Teakboo or the 2 Revelries yet. I'm getting those from a friend of mine at local soon. I think with the Vanities and Majesty Fiend, these are enough Floodgates. You could cut a couple of the Fiends and play Ghost as well if you wanted to. But I think there's enough to control the board. And finally, because I'm really scared of Harpies, we got 3 Solemn Judgment. Just there to protect our Floodgates or our monster Floodgates. In terms of the extra deck, we have 5 blanks. Ignore these are just here to file the extra deck to 15 pretty much. Actually, I have a couple of other links. Most of the ones you can get on IP Masquerade. Now, it's not often going to make IP, but there are situations where you can go Vanity's Fiend plus a Runic fusion into it, and then possibly use it to plus disruption if you get stopped, but it's not happening very often. The only fusions we actually care about are 2 Hugins, 2 Newman, and 2 Jerry to recycle and search for our Runic spells. And again, even these aren't that big important. As long as we can get the opponent and draw a lock, we're usually pretty good. For the side deck, these are mostly other Floodgates for specific situations. 1 Fossil Diner, in case we need more ways to lock out the opponent's fusion summoning. 3 Electromagnetic Turtle. This is in case we're playing against a deck that's heavy on removal, that can out our Vanity's Fiends. This gives us ways to chump block. This gives us ways to nullify battle phase. Because when it's destroyed, that takes up 1 attack, and you can bash it in the battle phase. And the rest of these pretty much, yeah. Then we have 2 deck devastation viruses, which you can cripple to them, like say Sprite, by sacrificing a Vanity's Fiend. Again, it doesn't come too often, but sometimes this can be really good against Sprite if they smash away your Floodgates. Speaking of Sprites, we have another Floodgate here in the band played on, which for those who don't know, prevents both players from summoning monsters of the same level or rank that they already control. So against something like say Sprite, this can pretty much shut them down. Speaking about deck-specific Floodgates, we have 3 copies of Grave of the Super Agent Organism. This is pretty much a Mystic Mine for level 5 or higher monsters. So for level 6 or higher monsters, so it's good against Branded for the most part. Pretty much makes it so they can't even make any plays. And finally, Soul Drain. This is here for things like Cavernous into elements, stopping certain hand traps from like a search our Floodgates or drawing cards with the Runic cards. So yeah, that's Vanity's Fiend Runic Stun. Now don't worry guys, you won't be seeing this on the channel ever again. I was probably going to use this to try win the prize and then dismantle it for good. Thank you guys for watching, I'll see you in the next one.